I would like to get to know if you could be the kind of girl that you could get down for.
Peace and blessings, family. It's your girl, Jae Asè. Welcome you to the garden where we plant seeds, bear fruits, and water them along the way. I'm not going to go through our whole intro today, guys, because this here is more of a chit-chat / podcast type of deal here. If you haven't noticed by now, you cannot see my face. This is a recording, an audio recording, right? And I just had some messages from the divine that I wrote out that I feel as though I would love to divinate off of, to channel off of, and just to share with my collective, because I feel as though these may be messages that we all need to hear right now, especially myself if I'm channeling them, right? Okay. So the first message I have here is, don't allow the realities of this world to supersede the innate need to enact what fulfills you. Don't allow the realities of this world to supersede the innate need to enact what fulfills you. We grew up knowing that there was always going to be a certain level of responsibility placed on us. Whether we first learned this from our parents, from a teacher, from a grandparent, from a friend, from an older sibling, regardless, we realized from adolescence that there was going to be things placed upon us to take care of. One thing that we aren't told as much in adolescence going into adulthood is how much we need to make time to fulfill ourselves in the manner that suits us the best. Oftentimes, the weight of the world causes us to neglect taking care of ourselves on an internal level. You could do all the outside self-care, fitness, and working out you like. But how are you feeling internally? Where is your mindset? What do you feel you are worthy and deserving of? These are the things that we tap into way more when we take time to do things that fulfill us. Whether it's dancing, singing, writing, art of any kind, to be honest. These things are just the format in which you express all that lies within you. And when I say just, I don't negate the power of that. But you need to always remember and rely on the fact that the power comes from within primarily. Anything you do outside of yourself first took place on an internal level. So if you are out of tune with that internal level, there is no creation that is going to go in your favor. Not necessarily saying that there's going to be bad moments or there's going to be terrible destruction in your life or things are going to be explosive. No. But there are going to be outcomes that aren't necessarily aligned to the way you expected them to be. There's going to be imbalances in connections and relationships and communication because you are not in tune and aligned with who you are on an internal level. We have here, apply willpower and discipline within your efforts to make space for what you want. If you can push yourself to clock into work, make content, study, or speak upon the lives of others, you can push yourself to learn and understand yourself. We make time for things outside of responsibilities that do not help us in many different ways. Whether it's moving out of our ego, placing all of our energy into something that truly does not appease us, allowing other people to take from our energy while being complacent. If you have the willpower and the discipline to get things done that don't truly fulfill you, you should have that same energy towards the things that make you feel like yourself on 10, on 12, on 20, on 30. You know what I'm saying, guys? So let's dive deeper into this. A lot of times we lack discipline when it comes to ourselves. Let's be real. A lot of times we lack discipline when it comes to ourselves. We'll discipline our time schedule with an alarm clock. We'll discipline our eating habits on a diet. We'll discipline our social media time. Oftentimes we don't, honestly, we're going to be real. But these are just examples of things that we'll discipline outside of ourselves. But we won't discipline the way that we see people through the traumas and triggers that we have. We don't discipline the way that we often overreact based off emotional buildup. We don't discipline the need to go in and heal ourselves and ask ourselves really hard questions. Because why? That takes more than dealing with the responsibilities that you have. Yes, all of these things are going to take from you energetically. All of these things are going to do something to you at some type of level. But nothing is going to fulfill you more than doing what really makes you feel good inside. If you feel happy, excited, overjoyed, like almost euphoric after you finish it, that's something that you should have in your life every damn day, week, month, year. You hear me? We negate this for things that are easier, like social media time, like gossiping with friends, like going out to the club and being around a whole bunch of crazy people. Why? Because it's external and therefore it's easier. When you go into your mental state, you are working on a 4-dimensional and up type of level, 5-dimensional and up type of level. This requires work. And oftentimes it's easier to clock into a 9 to 5 than to clock into what is going on within your body. Our minds are very, very susceptible. They are sponges of our environment from when we were from when we were children to adults. Our minds pay attention, whether it's conscious or subconscious. It feeds off what we give it, just like your body. So if you're constantly feeding it that, oh, I got to do this, this, and this, and then when I get home, I got to do this and this, and then I guess I'll get some sleep before I got to wake up and do it all again. Your mind is going to realize this is what they want. This is what they're putting attention towards. So I guess this is all there is. When you take on that level of allowing yourself to believe that this is all there is to life, that is all you are going to manifest and create in your life. When you take time to reprogram and consciously tell your mind, body, heart, and spirit that this is not what I want to stop at. This is not all that is of me. I deserve better. I am worthy of better. And I am currently working towards better at all times. Oh, a little moth just flew on the table. Okay. All right. I love that. That's some divine stuff right there. But yes, it all starts on a mental level, an internal level. As much as it can be hard to internalize or find that space within you to allow that time to be true, real, and break down what is really going on inside of you, it's important that you make space for it. Whether it's through journaling, going to the altar, or even just sitting with yourself, breathing, tapping into the divine, connecting to the consciousness that lies within all of us. This is how this is done. And that act is one of the most beautiful, selfish, and selfless acts you can ever make because it is balance. It is duality. It is the understanding of the light and the dark. It is the understanding of the good and the bad and realizing that neither one of them is a winning side. Both of them are necessary for the other one to live and be here and thrive, right? When you tap into the energies of realizing these things, life expands because your perspective has now expanded. When you keep limiting yourself, your perspective stays small. And when you look for external validation and external releases and external sources of happiness and enjoyment and strength, you're giving your power away to other perspectives. You stop being authentic to yourself. You stop being genuine with yourself. And you start being what you feel as though you need to embody to be loved. And this is a big thing for a lot of us. Is looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love in every single place but within. When that is the most truest, unconditional love you could possibly ever behold. Start making spaces for love for yourself. And I don't mean just putting on a face mask and doing some yoga and then being done with it. No. I mean asking yourself, this happened to me 3 years ago. And I realize now that it's harboring certain parts of my relationships. How can I release this? How can I reprogram my mind to react differently towards this? And how can I take action to reclaim my control over that? To reclaim my understanding of who I am outside of that. To not allow that to define me. That's the real stuff, y'all. And that's what we got to tap into. Especially right now, we're in retrograde. There's so much going on. You have to make time for yourself. You have to slow down and evaluate where you are within your journey. You have to slow down and figure out what is next for you. Not necessarily looking towards success or monetary gain, but what's next within your evolution journey, guys. All right, I don't want to make this too long, so we're going to finish this off with some channel words. The first word we have is hospital, hospitality, or hospitable. With this hospital here, I heard emergency. And not to scare anybody, not to spook anyone, put any fear in anybody. When I heard emergency, I heard it's imperative that you start making time for yourself. Because the less and less time you're giving toward yourself, the more and more things are going to start coming up and coming to the surface. Because we live in a state right now, in an energy level right now, in a time period right now, where things cannot remain hidden for long. Things are always going to eventually come up to the surface. And you can either drown in it or swim. And we don't want no drowners around here. We want people who recognize that they're worthy to swim. Okay? Next, with hospitality and hospitable, it's all about making your mindset a hospitable place. A place where you feel comfortable living in, dwelling in, and understanding. You live in your mind, and you are just walking around in this vessel, y'all. So you want to make sure that your mind is a great place to be. A fulfilling place to be. A healing place to be. Okay? The next card, look at me, y'all. This is not a card read. The next word we have is incarnate, which means, because I looked up the definition because I wanted to make sure I knew exactly what I was speaking on before I brought it to anybody else's attention. Incarnate, the definition of incarnate is to be embodied in flesh. Instantly, I got an instant message when I wrote this word down before I even started recording this audio. You are God incarnate. You are divine consciousness incarnate. You are a master manifester incarnate. You are the magician incarnate. How dare you not give to yourself? How divine you are, and you're not giving to yourself. You're neglecting the needs of the God that lies within. That's something that most of us want to tap into, whether it's for an egotistical standpoint or a conscious standpoint. You're lacking in places that you want to be held in spaces that you want to be adored in, thrived in, because you're forgetting that you are God incarnate. You are the creator. You are worthy of creating. You are worthy of manifesting your creations. But how are they going to manifest if you aren't making time to allow those manifestations to expand? Next, we have creator/creation. Great transition right there. I love that. You are the creator. If you feel as though things aren't coming into your life in the way that you would like it, pay attention to how you manifested them. Pay attention to what you did to allow these things to come into your life. How did this happen? Where were you when you started moving towards this? And how far have you come since this has happened? We cannot keep placing blame, being in delusion, and not taking accountability for the things that we see happening in front of us. You are looking directly out into the creation, the world, the perspective, the reality you have made for yourself. If you cannot look back within yourself and take accountability for what is happening within your life that you are not happy with or you are not fulfilled with, you are not taking advantage of the fact that you are the creator. You must be honest, real, genuine, and authentic with yourself first before you can truly create, manifest on a level that you see fit. Because the level you see fit is not the level that you truly hold yourself at. Okay. That's some real stuff right there. If you are not fulfilled internally, the spaces of success that you aim for are not the spaces of success that you feel you are worthy of. And this is why finding that self-love, finding that space to hold time just for you is important. Next, we have master. You are the master of your reality. Nobody should have claim over you. Nobody should be able to have hold over you. Nobody should be able to have control over your expression. If you feel as though there are energies around you, lingering, trying to take from you, tell you who to be, or tell you how things are supposed to play out within your life, it is time to release those energies. I don't care if this is blood, friends for years, boyfriend, girlfriend. If they are not aligned to seeing you be fulfilled or supporting your internal fulfillment, they need to be X'd out. Because you are the master and the creator of your reality. And you'll be damned if you allow somebody to be in the way of your creation or block your blessings through the ability to create. Next, we have regret. See, look, you will regret not letting these people go. You will regret not fulfilling yourself in the long run, because life only gets as good as we believe it can be. And when we get indoctrinated into this ideal that life is just school, work, family, retirement, death, we limit ourselves. We limit our beliefs, and we limit what we are worthy of. Every day that you say you can't do something, this isn't going to happen for you, this can't be, you just told the entire inside of you that you are not worthy. Do you know how beautiful, how complex the reality of the universe is? You have millions on billions on trillions of quadrillions of universes inside of your cellular makeup. Realities within realities within realities within realities. So if the creator, the divine, the source consciousness of these realities is not fulfilled, does not feel as though they are valuable, does not feel as though they are worthy, these universes, these realities within realities within realities are affected majorly. They are dwindled. They become complacent. They become stagnant. There's no growth. There's no evolution. So you have to remain fulfilled on an internal level primarily, not secondary, not last on the list, primarily. Your first thought throughout all of this should be yourself, how you feel, how you are acting, what you want to change about yourself, what you would like to release within yourself, what within you is holding you back. You have to have those real conversations, those tough conversations with yourself, because that's how you evolve. You have to transcend the idea that you are just this third dimension experience, okay? And next we have commonplace. That's the last word I have for you guys. I'm not going to keep y'all for too much longer. Commonplace. It's commonplace for people to not be tapped in. But you know what's even more commonplace? For people not to truly be loving themselves. It's too common. And it's sad because we've gone to idolization, to idol worship, to doubt within ourselves, to savior complexes outside of ourselves, because we realize that this is commonplace. So this must be the correct way. No, it's not. It's not. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Nope. It's not what you're supposed to be doing. Absolutely not. It's commonplace to neglect thyself. It's commonplace to undermine thyself. It's commonplace to not know thyself. But you are uncommon. Y'all thought I wasn't gonna bring it back around? You are chosen. You are divine. You are worthy. And all great things will come to those who fulfill that worthiness and that deserving inside of themselves first. Keep that in mind through all things that you do, through all things that you incorporate into your life. And ask yourself, are you incorporating time to appease you? That's all I got for you guys. I'm glad that you guys got to tune in to this first rendition of podcast chit chat, I guess you could call it. If you guys like this, please let me know in the comment section. You guys know I love to chit chat with you guys. If you are not a subscriber, please hit that sub button to become part of the garden where we plant seeds, bear fruits, and water them along the way. And if you are a subscriber, hi family, mwah, please remember to hit that post notification bell. All right, guys, I'm going to get you on up out of here. I thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope to see you on the next one. Love you. Mwah.